Happy Sunday, everybody, or should I say happy fun day, because we're bringing you some more Backyard Baseball 97 here on Ladder of Light Gaming. I am your host, Action Jackson Wilson, and folks, we got a lot of excitement brewing. This isn't just an ordinary stream. We've got the Super Entire Nation Tournament. We are one of 4 teams left standing, competing for the Ultra Grand Championship of the universe. In the previous episodes, throughout our journey, we had expectations to contend, to compete. We went 12-2 in the regular season. We conquered everybody in our division. We won the All-City Pennant. And now we're in uncharted territory against teams that we've never seen before. The Atomic Oysters are our semifinal opponent. It's a best of 3. Whoever wins twice goes to the Ultra Grand Championship Series. And I'm pretty sure that's a best of 3 as well, but we're just going to have to keep playing, watching, and finding out. I've done a little bit of research on how far this goes because I had never played Backyard Baseball 97 before. It came out when I was 2 years old. I'm very familiar with the Backyard Sports franchise, and this is actually where it all started, Backyard Baseball 97. So this has been a great way to bring back memories, give you a little blast from the past, especially those who grew up in the early 90s. That was the peak of their childhood. So, but not only that, in terms of giving you the entertainment, we may also be giving you a championship run. Well, we can't guarantee that, but we gave it a heck of a shot, guys. We got this far, so we should hold our heads high regardless of what happens, but who am I kidding? This team has looked destined so far. Hopefully that continues. This girl right here, Angela Del Vecchio, just threw back-to-back complete game shutouts for us in our sweep of the Fishes. And those were our rivals. We overcame for the division and the All-City Pennant. We also picked up a lot of big hits. The previous contest, it was a 9-0 onslaught after we squeaked by the Fishes 1-0 in the playoff opener. Now, we don't have any scouting report other than this right here. The Oysters, we obviously don't know how they play, so we're just going to have to wait and find out in terms of what goes on with that. But this is the excitement of the playoffs. You know, it's an unfamiliar opponent. If we're going to be the best, we have to prove that we're the best. You know, we got to represent our division here at the Final Four. So here we go. I'm not sure who's going to be the home team, but we'll find out soon enough. Game options, setup, pitch locator turned off, the hardest difficulty. Speaking of hard difficulty, be sure to check out my recent stream of Hogwarts Legacy, which I posted literally just a half hour ago. It should be up on our channel now, but we had a very epic victory on the hardest difficulty, and that's all I'm going to say. Hogwarts Legacy has been filled with thrills as well, so be sure to give us some love, like, comment, and subscribe for a lot more entertainment, and most importantly, spread the gospel of Jesus Christ if you already know it. But in case you don't, just want to let you guys know that He is the way, the truth, and the life. The only way to heaven and salvation is through Jesus Christ and faith in His finished work on the cross. We were born sinners, but we are now saved because of what He has done. But you got to accept Him. He's not going to force it on you. You got to come to Him. You've got free will. Will you choose condemnation, or will you choose repentance and conviction and go to heaven? We want you guys all in heaven with us. So make the decision today to make Christ your Savior. And yep, that's all I got to say. I love you guys, but God loves you more. And I also appreciate all y'all's support. I think we're up to 53 subscribers now. I think we gained 4 in just the past week alone. You know, people's hearts have been captured by this game and many others, so I hope that you'll stay tuned in to the show, and also stay tuned for Life is Strange 2, which is coming up either tonight or tomorrow. I have to see what my schedule looks like, but I'm off work for MLK Day. So with that being said, strap yourselves in and enjoy. Here's our starting lineup. We've got Luann Louie, Pete Wheeler, Pablo Sanchez, Ahmed Khan, Keisha Phillips, Jocinda Smith, Stephanie Morgan, Amir Khan, and Angela Del Vecchio. A great blend of speed, power, defense, and pitching. When I drafted this team, guys, in my heart, I knew we had a chance to go all the way. And we've actually got that opportunity in front of us. All we have to do is win. Full steam ahead. Here we go. Griffin Billick back on the show. Griffin, like I said, we can play 2K later tonight when you get home, so I figured I'd get this going. It's game 1 of the Backyard Baseball Super Nation Tournament. The Final Four, the mighty Melonheads against the Atomic Oysters. Hard difficulty. Yours truly, Axon Jackson versus Coach Taco Larry. Let's get it on, guys. So it looks like we're going to be the underdog in this series. The Atomic Oysters are the favorite, as they will be the home team for this opening game here at Big City Stadium. Starting pitcher today is Davey Marion. Things just got cranked up a notch for the mighty Melonheads. They're playing in front of the baseball world as a semifinalist against a team they've never faced before, the Blue Oysters, and that's taken for strike 1 from Davey Marion to Luann Louie. Happy MLK weekend to you all. Happy Sunday. Glad you're with us. That's over the outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes. Marion quickly ahead of Luann Louie, who had a 4-hit game to lead the Melonheads to a sweep over the Fishes. She shows bunt, gets it down. Marion quick off the mound, and he's going to throw her out. So Luann Louie makes the first out of this Super Entire Nation Tournament Series. It's best of 3. Whoever wins 2 advances to the championship.
Touchdown.
Here is Pete Wheeler. He's batting .333 this postseason, 2 out of 6. He looks at strike 1. Right down Main Street from Davey Marion. Melonheads and Oysters. A lot officially on the line as Pete Wheeler puts it in play, gets it by the pitcher's mound, and he's going to be safe. Pete Wheeler put it in the perfect spot for a 1-out single. That's his 3rd hit of the postseason, and in walks everybody's favorite player, Pablo Sanchez. Well, maybe not everybody's, but he's definitely the icon here at Backyard Baseball. He is the GOAT. He hit a 3-run homer to help the Melonheads clinch their last game, and now he makes contact on this and grounds it back to the mound. Pete Wheeler's going to be out at second. That could have gone either way, but Pablo Sanchez is able to keep this inning alive. He's very tough to double up. And now in walks Ahmed Khan, who was no doubt the MVP, aside from Angela Del Vecchio. We'll call him the offensive most valuable player from our previous game. Ahmed Khan with 2 home runs in the last game, a solo blast and a grand slam, which broke the game wide open. Ahmed Khan taking all the way at strike 1. 0-1 from Davey Marion, who's looking to twirl a scoreless top half of the first. The pitch. Fastball swung on and missed by Ahmed. No balls and 2 strikes. The Melonheads enter this game with an overall record of 14-2, but the Oysters apparently had a better record. That's why they're the home team in this game. Here's a high towering fly ball into deep right field, but the second baseman's got room, and she'll make the catch to retire Ahmed and retire the Melonheads. The Oysters coming to bat against perhaps the best pitcher in the world, Angela Del Vecchio. She'll look to continue her historic campaign. 8 complete game shutouts, including 2 here in the postseason. Let's see what she's got for these Oysters. Holly Franklin will lead it off. I see we got some delicious menu items here this postseason. First we were playing the Fishes, and now we got the Oysters. Zane, you tuned in just in time for Game 1 of the Super Entire Nation Tournament semifinals. There's a breaking ball missing outside for ball 1 from Angela Del Vecchio. Del Vecchio in the previous series with 2 complete games, only 5 hits allowed, no runs, 1 walk, and 24 strikeouts. Here's a pop-up on the infield. Angela trying to get to it, and she's got it. 1 down. Angela Del Vecchio, who's not only the Cy Young Award winner, but an MVP and a Gold Glove recipient, doing the work here in the bottom of the first as the Melonheads look to win this series and compete for the Ultra Grand Championship of the Universe. Del Vecchio deals to Davey Marion. That's taken low and away, ball 1. Marion set down the Melonheads. Gave up a couple of hits to Pete Wheeler and Pablo Sanchez, but no damage was done. Was able to retire Ahmed on a fly ball into right. Here's Angela's next delivery. That's taken inside. 2 balls and no strikes. This is Backyard Baseball 97 season play. Hard difficulty, hosted by Axon Jackson Wilson here on Ladder of Light Gaming. We're in the big games now. This is when it really matters. That's back to the mound, and again, Angela makes the play. Great pitch selection on 2-0. He had him off balance. He was looking fastball, and Angela, who fields her position better than anybody else, was able to haul that one in, and now she'll face Henri Deschaines, the left fielder. That's a good spot, but again, Angela doesn't get the call. Ball one. Angela Del Vecchio looks in to get her sign. She shakes off the next one from Amir Khan. Now here comes a 1-0 delivery to Henri Deschaines. Here's a breaking ball for strike one, 1-1. Yeah, that's an interesting question, Zane. I would definitely think Dimitri would be a contender for that. I'm very familiar with the Backyard Sports franchise, so I obviously know Dimitri's theme. It's really, really nice. Whether it was the traditional one or the techno one in the later games. Fastball misses up and away from Angela. It's 2 balls and a strike. Bottom of the first inning, no score. Melonheads and Oysters. The pitch on the way. That's outside for ball 3. 3-1 to Henri Deschaines. He's the left fielder. And he walks back into the left part of the batter's box. Here comes a fastball from Angela. And that's taken inside for ball 4. So that's a rare free pass for Angela Del Vecchio. That's her second of the postseason. The first, which was unintentional. And that's only her 6th walk all year. And now in walks Jim Kiley. Oysters with a runner at first base, 2 down. The pitch on the way from Angela to Jim Kiley. Fastball taken for strike 1. Angela, for the first time today, starts a hitter out 0-1. Angela's able to retire the first couple of hitters. Now she's looking to strand a runner at first base. The pitch on the way. Kiley with a tapper out in front of the plate. Got on top of it. Amir fields, throws, got him. So a scoreless first inning is in the books for both sides. Melonheads coming to bat for the top of the second. Here in the Super Entire Nation Tournament semifinals here on Backyard Baseball 97. Keisha Phillips, Jocinda Smith, and Stephanie Morgan. Girl power coming to the plate.
Baseball been very, very good to me.
Great opening series for Keisha Phillips. She went 4 for 6. She leads off the top of the second against Davy Marion. The first delivery is over the outside corner for strike 1. It's funny because I think Angela's pitches have been in that same spot, but she's never gotten that call. Come on, umpires. Here's Keisha Phillips making contact on an 0-1 fastball. The third baseman and the shortstop come together, and it's the shortstop that makes the play to retire Keisha.
Time for a home run.
In walks Jocinda Smith, slightly choked up on the bat handle, batting from the right side. The pitch on the way from Davy Marion is a fastball taken outside, 1-0. Backyard Baseball 97, Game 1 of the semifinals. The first to win 2 advances to the Grand Championship of the Universe. Here's Jocinda with a good swing on a 1-0 breaking pitch. But the left fielder's got plenty of room out there. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Now Stephanie Morgan. Morgan still looking for her first hit of the postseason.
Okay, I'm just going to keep my eye on the ball and knock the cover off of it.
Morgan looking to get back on track after going 0 for her first 6 against the humongous Fishes. But the Melonheads were still able to win that series, no problem. They outscored them 10-0 in 2 games. Back-to-back shutouts from Angela. 1-0 in Game 1 and then a 9-0 statement in Game number 2. Here's Morgan lining a fastball down the left field line. That's going to go foul. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes from Davy Marion, who is looking to put away the Melonheads in order in the top of the second. Stephanie Morgan puts it in play. Davy Marion knocks it down, but Stephanie Morgan's going to be safe. Marion thought he should have caught that, as did we, but I think they're going to score that a 2-out single for Stephanie Morgan. He had to leap up to make that catch. Stephanie Morgan was able to get just enough mustard behind it to reach first base. Now Amir Khan. Amir Khan, the catcher, batting 8th. But he's definitely not swinging a bat like it. He's hitting .400. He was also second in the league in RBIs. Just to give you an idea of how deep this Melonheads team really is. Looks at a fastball over the inside corner for strike 1. Amir cocks the bat over his left shoulder. Is patient on the next delivery. That's taken upstairs from Davy Marion. 1 ball and 1 strike. We're trying to turn this Sunday into a fun day here in game 1. As Amir Khan makes contact and checks on the infielders. First baseman's got a long way to go, and Amir Khan not trying to do too much. He clearly does enough, and he gets a 2-out single of his own. And now we'll see if Angela Del Vecchio can bring him home.
You guys in the outfield better move fast.
So the Melonheads have at least 1 base runner here in the first 2 innings. They stranded 1 at first in the last frame. Now they got 2 aboard with Angela Del Vecchio at the dish. Del Vecchio hasn't had a hit in almost half the season. The pitch on the way is fouled off. It's no balls and 2 strikes to Angela Del Vecchio. Marion into the line, the pitch. Line drive into right field, but Angela Del Vecchio slow, but that's going to get by! Stephanie Morgan's going to come in to score! How about Angela Del Vecchio helping herself with an RBI, her first hit of the playoffs, and that is also her first hit in almost 7 games. Legends are made in October, and Angela Del Vecchio has done more than just pitch. She's not only been unhittable, but she's doing it with the bat. Now strike 1 to Luann Louie. A 2-out rally for the Melonheads. A base hit for Stephanie Morgan, a single for Amir Khan, and then Angela with a hit of her own. Here's a swing and a miss by Louie. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch on the way is swung on and missed for strike 3. Luann Louie is set down, but not before the Melonheads get on the board. It's 1-0 here in the top of the second. Sheila Basanti, the third baseman, walks to the plate. Angela Del Vecchio with the RBI base knock. She's been doing a little of everything this postseason for the Melonheads. Now she's back to work facing Sheila Basanti. The pitch on the way is a breaking ball grounded down the first base line. It goes foul. 0-1. A 1-0 lead has been insurmountable for Angela a lot of times because she has been super stubborn. She's got an ERA of 0.3, including the postseason. Runs have been super hard to come by as Basanti's retired on a bunt attempt back to the mound. Angela's been busy in this game. She's not only been pitching, but she's been coming off the mound and making some defensive gems, while also giving the Melonheads a 1-0 lead with an RBI single in the top of the second. Big-time players make big-time plays, and that's what you're seeing from Angela Del Vecchio. Despite her recent hitting struggles, in the most important game of the season, she's delivered. There's a ground ball back to the bump. Angela again. 2 down.
I'm awesome for sure.
Yes, Angela, you are. You're not just awesome, you're amazing. Making great pitches, shooting strikes, working out of situations no matter the circumstance. That's an MVP, Cy Young, and Gold Glove recipient if I ever saw one. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Dominique Lowe, the catcher. The Oysters had a base runner on a walk in the bottom of the first, but Angela Del Vecchio looked sharp ever since. She's looking to put them away. 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the second and set the Melonheads up for a potential clincher tomorrow night. The pitch on the way from Del Vecchio is swung on and missed by Dominique Lowe. No balls and 2 strikes. Angela looks in to get her sign. Looking for her first strikeout of this entire nation tournament series. The delivery on the way. Breaking ball, and she's got one!
Hey, what did they
It's
say?
Dominique Lowe. He's gone on 3 pitches, and we're heading for the third. Pete Wheeler, Pablo Sanchez, and Ahmed Khan coming up. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Melonheads, who lead the Oysters 1-0.
I'm gonna hit a touchdown.
Wheeler singled his first time up, but was wiped off the bases on a force play that was hit into by Pablo Sanchez. He's being patient to start the at-bat. He looks at that breaking ball for strike 1. That can be a tough pitch to handle. That's why I laid off it. Let's see if Wheeler gets another hittable one right here. It's a power-up pitch, but it misses inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Melonheads and Oysters, top half of the third. Marion with the wind and the pitch. Fastball, and Wheeler barely gets a piece. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Melonheads have won 14 out of 16 games overall entering this game. The Oysters either have the same record or they're 15-1, even undefeated, because they have the home field advantage here in game number 1. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just to give you an idea of how competitive the remainder of this field really is. Pete Wheeler with a pop-up on the infield. It gets over the head of the pitcher, and that's going to be another infield single for Pete Wheeler. Wheeler now with 6 hits, or rather the Melonheads with 6 hits. Pete Wheeler with his 4th of the postseason. And now here's Pablo Sanchez, who singled back in the first. He's hitting .500 with a home run. 3 RBIs this postseason. That home run that Pablo hit was an inside the Parker that broke a scoreless tie in game number 2. The Melonheads went on to win that game 9-0. Pablo has an 0-1 count. Now he's going to be aggressive and go after that power-up, and it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes from Davey Marion. Now the pitch on the way. Fastball, Pablo puts it in play. They're not going to throw Pete Wheeler out at second, so they'll settle for the easy play at first, retiring Pablo Sanchez. There's 1 down, and now Pete Wheeler will move into scoring position with Ahmed Khan due to hit next.
This one's out of here.
Khan trying to add on after Angela Del Vecchio gave the Melonheads the lead with an unexpected clutch hit in the top of the second. A chance for more here as Henri Deschaines will take over on the bump for the Oysters. There's a swing and a miss by Ahmed Khan on a first pitch changeup. Pete Wheeler led off the inning with a single, and he advanced to second on a ground out by Pablo Sanchez. Now Ahmed gets one in his wheelhouse, but he swings through it. That's a good breaking ball from Henri Deschaines. 0-2. The pitch on the way to Ahmed Khan. Power-up pitch. Ahmed pops it in the air. The catcher will have a play on this, but he drops it. It's not as easy as it looks. The catcher's got to take off his gear and battle the sun in these afternoon games, and that's exactly what happened there. Here is ball 1 up and away to Ahmed Khan. Batting with 1 out here in the top half of the third. The pitch on the way from Henri Deschaines. Fastball skied in the air to right center field. The center fielder's got room. Pete Wheeler is going to tag, and now it's dropped. Pete Wheeler flying around third, and he will score easily. And now it gets away from the pitcher. Ahmed Khan is going to think about going, and now he's caught in a rundown. Ahmed is going to be tagged out. However, we will absolutely take that because Pete Wheeler was able to score. Ahmed Khan did his job. The Melonheads have doubled their lead, and this could be a super commanding one, more than usual with the way Ahmed or Angela has been pitching. Angela's yet to give up a run in general this postseason, so she's got to feel comfortable with that 2-0 lead. And now here's a first pitch swing from Keisha Phillips. Diving stop by the second baseman, but again the Melonheads putting the ball in the perfect spot. Keisha Phillips will keep this third inning going.
Home run.
Now Jocinda Smith. Jocinda hitting 142. She waits for the delivery from Henri Deschaines. That's taken low and away for ball 1. Jocinda waits for the next. That's taken inside for ball 2. It's 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. Melonheads and Oysters. Jocinda taking all the way there. That fastball would have been in on her hands. Good pitch by Deschaines. It's 2-1. Runner at first, 2 out. It's 2-0 Melonheads here in the top half of the third. Jocinda Smith with a big swing, but she pops it in the air. And the catcher, again, can't squeeze the glove. And Jocinda will be given another life. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch on the way. Fastball. Skied in the air. Out beyond second. Second baseman calls for it and makes the catch. The Melonheads in the top of the third, but they add to their lead courtesy of an RBI hit from Ahmed Khan. Pete Wheeler able to score all the way from second base. And now Angela goes back to work as she looks to keep her ERA at 000 for the postseason. Here is Mickey O'Connor, the shortstop. He'll be the first to bat against Angela here in the bottom of the third. The pitch on the way. Fastball popped in the air. Angela Del Vecchio, who's been busy here today. Diving catch by Angela. The beat goes on for one of the best players in backyard baseball. Angela Del Vecchio has been an absolute force to be reckoned with here on that pitcher's mound here today. But that's something that teams have gotten used to throughout the entire season. Angela with just 5 runs allowed in 17 outings. She's only walked 6. She struck out a total of 95 hitters. And now she deals the 0-1 to Mariana Ralph. Swing and a miss, no balls and 2 strikes. I actually think I did the math incorrectly. Angela Del Vecchio has 104 strikeouts. She had 84 during the regular season and 24 in the first round against the Fishes. The 0-2 delivery to Ralph. Fastball, fights it off. That was in on her fists. We'll do it again. No balls and 2 strikes. Angela Del Vecchio looks in to get the sign from Amir Khan. Going to go breaking ball top shelf. The pitch on the way, and she got her again. Here's a pop-up. Amir and Angelo give it a look, and it's going to drop. So miscommunication there by Angela and Amir. That was a wobbling ball all the way, and that's going to be the Oysters' first hit of this ball game. Not sure if they'll score that in air on Amir Khan, but that was Angela's ball all the way. Like I said, we just had some miscommunication. And now the Oysters are going to look to build off it here in the bottom of the 3rd. The pitch on the way from Angela to Holly Franklin. That's a strike. Runners trying to steal. The throw down to second, and the throw gets away. So a stolen base for the Oysters here in the bottom half of the 3rd. And now a base hit could get them on the board. It would be the first run given up by Angela this entire postseason if Holly Franklin can come through. The bottom of the 3rd inning, we're about halfway home here in Game 1 of the Super Entire Nation Tournament semifinals. Fielders will remain at normal depth with Luann Louie, Pete Wheeler, and Ahmed Khan in right. Jocinda, Stephanie, Pablo, and Keisha along the infield from left to right, 3rd to 1st. The 0-1 delivery from Angela. Breaking ball over the inner part. Franklin just gets a piece. 0-2. Angela looking for a big out right here. She shakes off the sign, and now she kicks and delivers. The freezer got her on strikes.
What did they tell you?
A big strikeout for Angela. That's her 2nd of the ball game. And now here is Davy Marion. He was the starting pitcher today, but he gave up 2 runs. He's currently on the loser's end against Angela. Looks in to get her first sign and delivers to Marion. Change up of the inside corner. That's taken inside for ball 1. Bottom of the 3rd, 2-0 Melonheads over the Oysters. Angela shakes off the sign. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed by Davy Marion. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner at second base, 2 down for the Oysters, who trail the Melonheads 2-0. Facing the best pitcher in the league, Angela Del Vecchio, who misses inside. It's 2-1 to Davy Marion. Marion is in left field after being relieved by Henri Deschaines in the top half of this 3rd. Marion looks at strike 2 over the outer edge. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Angela Del Vecchio. Looking to put this away with a slow-mo. She kicks and deals. And she can't get him. It's up and away. It's a full count. And now Angela with 3 balls and 2 strikes to count. The runner will prepare to go. Leading off a second. The payoff coming from Angela Del Vecchio. It's a changeup that's hit high in the air to left field. Back is Louie at the wall, and this game is tied. The Oysters have broken through against Angela Del Vecchio. Davy Marion works the count full, and Del Vecchio has been touched up. As they say in Rocky IV, he's cut. Or in this case, she's cut. Angela Del Vecchio, who has been unstoppable pretty much the entire season, has given up 2 runs on the 2-run dinger from Davy Marion. You talk about helping yourself if you're the pitcher. Now here's Henri Deschaines. We got a new ball game here in game one. The Melonheads went up 2-0, but the Oysters tied the game up on a 2-run shot by Davy Marion over the left center field fence with 2 outs. And now Angela deals a fastball. It's fouled back to the screen on a bunt attempt by Henri Deschaines. She's going to stick with the smoke right here, but she misses up and away. Now the Melonheads are going to get activity going in their bullpen. We can't panic, though, because we've got more than just Angela Del Vecchio, who has been productive on the pitcher's mound. That's the thing about having a deep team. When Angela doesn't have her best stuff like she has right now, somebody else has got to step up, and it looks like right now that Angela Del Vecchio is going to have to be relieved. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch on the way to Henri Deschaines. Another bunt attempt. That's fouled back to the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Angela Del Vecchio trying to get through the 3rd inning. And since she's low on stamina, we might relieve her for Amir Khan for the 4th inning. Freezer, called strike 3 to Henri Deschaines. So Angela Del Vecchio is able to fight through the fatigue, able to put that 2-run homer behind her and get the next hitter and send us to the 4th inning. We got a new ball game, folks. Melonheads 2, Oysters 2.
Okay, I'm just going to keep my eye on the ball and
as Henri Deschaines, the bullpen reliever, go back to work for his first full inning. The pitch on the way to Stephanie Morgan as a breaking ball called strike 1 out over the heart of the plate. Stephanie Morgan, who went hitless in the entire first series, starting out this series hitting a perfect 1,000. She took a strike, and now she looks at ball 1. 1-1 the count. Top half of the 4th inning. Melonheads and the Oysters. The pitch on the way from Henri Deschaines. That's taken inside for ball 2 to Stephanie Morgan. 2 balls and a strike. Deschaines with the wind and the pitch. That's over the inside corner. I don't know about that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Stephanie Morgan from Henri Deschaines. The pitch on the way. That should be off the plate, and it is. Full count. Great at bat for Stephanie Morgan to begin the top half of the 4th. Henri Deschaines with the wind and the payoff. Swinging a pop-up on the infield. The catcher has had a rough game so far. He's finally able to make that play. It popped out of his glove again, but this time he's able to hold on to it. Now here's Amir Khan, the first baseman. He'll go with the squared stance. The pitch on the way from Henri Deschaines is taken upstairs for ball 1. The Melonheads took the early lead on an RBI single in the top of the 2nd by Angela Del Vecchio. And then Ahmed Khan doubled the lead with an RBI hit in the 3rd. But then with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd, Davy Marion took Angela deep for a game-tying 2-run shot. That's the 3rd home run that Angela has given up all season and her first in 14 games. Here's a ground ball to the 3rd baseman. She'll throw out Amir Khan for out number 2 here in the 4th. Now here's Angela.
You guys in the outfield.
Angela, who hadn't had a hit in her past 7 games, has an RBI single here today. But that's not going to be enough. Melonheads are going to need more than 2 runs with the Oysters punching back with 2 tallies of their own in the bottom of the 3rd. Angela hits a ground ball to the 2nd baseman, but on a routine play, the throw is wild. And as a result, an infield single is going to turn into a 2-out double for Angela Del Vecchio. She may not have her best stuff on the mound, but she's made up for it with the bat in her hands. As a matter of fact, had it not been for Angela at the plate, the Melonheads would be losing this game. She's got one of the 2 RBIs today for us. Runner at 2nd base, 2 outs. Henri Deschaines with the pitch to Luann Louie. It's a fastball for strike 1. 0-1, runner at 2nd, 2 down. Louie trying to keep this inning going. She was one of our hottest hitters in the 1st round, but she's off to a slow start here today. 0 for 2 with a bunt out and a strikeout. The pitch on the way from Deschaines. It's fouled away, no balls and 2 strikes. I tell you, if you want great action, you've come to the right place. Backyard Baseball 97 on hard difficulty with Axon Jackson Wilson. The Melonheads and Oysters in an evenly matched game here in the opener of the Super League Nation Tournament. Luann Louie with a 2-out single and her first knock of this series. And now Pete Wheeler is coming to the plate. Angela Del Vecchio again with a 2-out hit. Boy, what if that amounted to something once again?
I'm going to hit a touchdown.
Pete Wheeler hitting 500 this postseason. We're going to go line drive right here with the slow of foot Angela. The pitch on the way. Wheeler aggressive. Makes contact, but they're going to have plenty of time to throw Angela out at third base, and that's going to retire the side. We're heading to the fourth inning, or the bottom of the fourth inning, here in Game 1 of the Backyard Baseball semifinals. Melonheads 2, Oysters 2. Jim Kiley, Sheila Basanti, Gail Wyman coming up.
Okay, I know I'm good, but my arm needs
Angela
a
Del
rest.
Vecchio
Turns into a big
is
noodle.
fatigued, so she's going to be lifted. Give the Oysters credit. They knocked Angela out of the game after 3 innings. Now, granted, Angela didn't pitch terrible, but 2 runs against her is something to be applauded about, especially with the way she's gone this year. I think that's the first time all year that Angela, well, actually the second time. She gave up 3 runs in our first loss of the season, which was already back in game number 2 of the regular season. That was ages ago. But if there's one player that has been super reliable out of the bullpen, it's this guy, Amir Khan. He'll take to the bump for the bottom of the fourth. His first opponent is Jim Kiley, and a swing and a miss on an electric fastball. All right, now our bullpen has got a chance to shine on the big stage. Angela Del Vecchio, after being on the bump for 15 consecutive innings,
Hey, we won a
only giving up 2 runs in that span, she will take over behind the plate for Amir Khan. Here's a bunt out in front of the plate. Amir comes off the mound. Whether it's him or Angela, they've been getting it done right there. 1 down here in the bottom half of the fourth. Amir Khan, he may have had a losing record in the regular season at 0-1, but that loss certainly wasn't his fault. That was a game which he went 5 scoreless innings in bullpen relief until giving up 2 in an 11-inning thriller against the All-Stars. That was the other game we lost. Melonheads are 14-2 overall. Angela has the other loss, which came against the Sox, 3-1. But we were able to also beat each of those teams, as Sheila Basanti is out in front of that changeup from Amir Khan. Strike 1. Amir Khan retired the first batter he faced in relief. Now he deals a breaking ball to Basanti. That's a beauty over the outside edge. 0-2. Melonheads 2, Oysters 2. Game 1 of the best of 3 Backyard Baseball semifinal. The pitch on the way from Amir. There's a slow-mo perfectly placed over the inside corner. Basanti is a strikeout victim for the second time in the game. Amir Khan with his first K. And now here is Gail Wyman, the center fielder. Wyman settles into the box. Amir Khan's going to go first pitch fastball, looking for a scoreless 4th inning. Line drive into center field. Pablo can't make the play, and that's going to be a 2-out single for Gail Wyman. Good job by Pete Wheeler to stop that in center. So the Oysters, who had a successful 2-out rally in the previous inning, resulted in a 2-run homer that tied this game up. Try to do the same here in the bottom half of the fourth. Which team is going to take control here down the stretch? Dominique Lowe, the catcher, he'll walk to the plate. Amir Khan shakes off the sign. And here's his first pitch to Dominique Lowe. Line drive down the left field line. That's going to go foul. It's 0-1. Amir Khan looks in, get the sign, working from the stretch. He's going to go breaking ball. The delivery to Dominique Lowe. Swung on and missed, 0-2. A 2-out single to keep this inning alive, but Amir Khan is trying to work around it and send this game to the 5th. 2-2 the score. Amir into the wind, the pitch. Swing and a miss by Dominique Lowe. They've had no answer for that off-speed pitch from Amir Khan. And as we head to inning number 5, we got a dead even score at 2. The big bats coming up, beginning with Pablo Sanchez against Henri Deschamps. The Melonheads went up 2-0. The Oysters tied it. Now can the Melonheads get a counter punch of their own? The pitch on the way to Pablo Sanchez is a beauty over the outside corner for strike 1. You're watching Backyard Baseball 97 season play here on Ladder of Light Gaming, hosted by Action Jackson Wilson. Pablo Sanchez with 2 takes on pitches I didn't really like. Now he's got to protect, no balls and 2 strikes. This is game 1 of the best of 3 Super Entire Nation tournament. Inning 5 of 6. Pablo Sanchez able to handle the tough pitch, but he can't beat it out. He was out by a half step. One down here in the top half of the 5th. Pablo now 1 for 3.
This one's out of here.
Those were 3 perfect pitches from Henri Deschênes over the outside and inside corners. Now Ahmed Khan takes a pitch low and away that got away. It's 1-0. The Melonheads so far with 2 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors, 2 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for the Oysters. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 evenly matched teams going at it. The Melonheads were 14-2, but even with that dominant record, it wasn't enough to have home field advantage here in the semifinal. The Oysters have had just as good of a season. You got to give them credit. This is anyone's ball game now. 2-1 to Ahmed Khan has swung on and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Henri Deschênes, who's trying to rally back after falling behind 2-0. The pitch on the way to Ahmed Khan. Breaking ball swung on and missed.
I blew it.
Amir Khan, or rather Ahmed, waited on it, but he still missed it. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 5th. Now Keisha Phillips.
Baseball been very, very good to me.
Keisha Phillips 1 for 2 with a single. She's hitting .625 this postseason. Here's a breaking ball inside. It's 1-0 from Henri Deschênes, who is the second pitcher he used today for the Oysters. Both have been outstanding, especially Henri Deschênes, who has kept the Melonheads at 2 runs, while the Oysters have rallied to tie it. 2 outs, nobody on. Keisha Phillips with a hitter's count, but she gets under a fastball and pops it in the air. The third baseman is going to make the catch. Keisha Phillips finally cools off, and we're heading to the bottom of inning number 5. The Melonheads and the Oysters are locked in a nail-biter. It's the Backyard Baseball Playoffs, the Super Entire Nation Tournament. The Final 4, the semifinals. Whoever wins 2 games will play for the Ultra Championship of the Universe. Who's going to draw first blood here in this highly anticipated opener? Mickey O'Connor, the shortstop, will lead off and swing and miss on the first delivery from Amir Khan. Melonheads 2, Oysters 2. Here in the bottom of the 5th. Amir into the wind, the pitch. Change up off the plate. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Amir relieved Angela Del Vecchio after she went 3 innings, giving up 2 runs on 2 hits. She was fatigued, so Amir had to step up for her. She's trying to keep the Melonheads right where they are. Here is a pop-up on the infield. Amir comes over, and he'll make the catch. Amir, who was a Gold Glover himself at the catcher position, has out number 1. And here we are in the bottom of the 5th. Mariana Ralph, the first baseman, she'll walk in. Amir into the wind, the pitch. Here's a swing and a tapper down the first baseline. That's going to go foul for strike 1. 0-1 on Mariana Ralph. Amir Khan shakes off the next sign. Let's go with the right hook. He's in better command with that. The delivery to Ralph. Swing and a miss. She was off balance. Went with that open stance looking to pull it, and that's why Amir put the pitch where he did. Matter of fact, we're going to do it again, this time with a slow-mo on the outside edge. Amir into the wind, the pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Mariana Ralph, after singling her first time against Angela, didn't have the same fortune against Amir. He's got 3 strikeouts out of the bullpen. Boy, he is off to a great start, trying to get us into the final regulation inning with a tie. We don't want to go in behind, that's for sure. Amir has definitely done his job in terms of stopping the bleeding for Angela whenever the rare time she is needed. And here is strike 1 of the inside corner to Holly Franklin. He's going to stick with the smoke. Same pitch, but this time Franklin able to lay off. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Melonheads and Oysters. Amir shakes off his sign. And they stick with the smoke again. The 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Holly Franklin way late on that high delivery. And now Amir Khan, 1 pitch away from sending us to the 6th, but he is also growing fatigue. So it looks like there's going to be more than 2 pitchers needed to finish this off. This is definitely going to be a team effort here today. The freezer by Amir Khan. Strike 3. Second time that Holly Franklin has been sent back to the bench. And now it'll be Jocinda Smith, Stephanie Morgan, and Amir Khan here in the top of inning number 6. If the Melonheads can't score here, they're going to have to force their third extra inning contest, or their fourth extra inning contest of the season. The Melonheads were 2-1 in extra inning games during the regular season. Jocinda Smith trying to start us out with a leadoff single, but the second baseman is able to rob her. One down. Here's Stephanie Morgan.
Okay, I'm just going to keep my eye on the ball and knock the cover off of it.
Stephanie Morgan batting 142 this postseason, 1 for 7. That lone hit came earlier in this game. The pitch is on the way. A spitball for strike 1. 0-1 from Henri Deschaines, who has been nothing short of fantastic out of the Oysters bullpen. The delivery to Stephanie. Fastball fouled back. No balls and 2 strikes. Game 1 of this best-of-3 semifinal series. The Melonheads and the Oysters battling for a spot in the Grand Championship Series of the universe. There's a swing and a tapper foul. 0-2. This is Backyard Baseball 97. We're on hard difficulty. 6-inning game, so we could go to extras today. There's a tapper out in front of the plate by Stephanie. She will be set down for out number 2. Now Amir Khan.
This one's out of here.
Amir Khan has had a lot of late inning heroics this year. Boy, wouldn't it be something if he can get another one right here. 2 outs, nobody on. The pitch on the way from Deschaines is a beautiful breaking ball. It's right at the knees, but it's taken outside. Good eye by Amir. It's 1-0. Top of the 6th, game tied between the Melonheads and the Oysters. The mighty Melonheads against the Atomic Oysters. On the other side, we got the Squids and the Cheeses. Which of these 2 teams will advance to play for the Grand Championship of the universe? This is game 1 of a best-of-3, so it's the first to win twice as Amir Khan looks at strike 1. Now the pitch. Amir with a high fly ball into center field, but it's right at the center fielder. So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Our only hope at a Game 1 victory is if we go to extra innings for the 4th time this season. The Melonheads have had some great fortune in extra inning games, obviously. They've won 2 out of 3 this year, but they're going to have to get through Davy Marion, who tied the game with a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 3rd. Now Amir Khan's going to juice back up and try to send this game to extra innings. The first pitch from Davy Marion. He hit a 2-run homer against Angela. Speaking of Angela, she gives it a look in foul territory, and that's going to foul. Drop in. 0-1. Bottom of the 6th. It's extra innings or bust for us here today. Amir ready with the next delivery on 0-1. Fastball is out in front of the plate. He jams Davy Marion. Fields and throws him out. 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Two outs away from extra innings. Like, comment, and subscribe. You're watching Ladder of Light Gaming. Postseason action, a special presentation of Backyard Baseball 97. Henri Deschaines will bat. Amir Khan, who has been lights out ever since he took over for Angela out of the bullpen. Here's a bunt out in front of first. Amir fields, but he collides with Keisha Phillips. Neither of them get it, but it's going to trickle foul. Boy, the Melonheads caught a break right there. If that would have stayed fair, that would have been a 1-out single for Henri Deschaines. It also would have been his 2nd time on base here today. But he's got to come back with an 0-1 count. The pitch, swinging a foul back to the screen. 0-2 from Amir Khan. I know we got power-ups, but in this situation, I don't think it's worth the risk, because if they hit one of our power-up pitches, we might be screwed. The 0-2 on the way. Fastball swung on and missed. Henri Deschaines getting beat with a little of his own medicine. 5 strikeouts out of the bullpen for Amir Khan, and now in walks Jim Kiley. He's the last hope for the Oysters until extra innings. Trying to spark a 2-out rally. The pitch on the way from Amir as a changeup inside for ball 1. Melonheads 2, Oysters 2. Amir shakes off the next sign and delivers. Breaking ball, a beauty over the outside corner. Amir Khan said it was going to be a strike. He spoke it into existence. He's going to go with another right hook, this time over the inside part. Jim Kiley, the right fielder, with 2 out, nobody on. Hits a high drive into center field. Pablo and Pete come together, and it drops in for a 2-out single. Great job by Pete Wheeler to keep that in front of him. We could have been in trouble if that scooted all the way to the wall. That's going to be the second hit that Ahmed Khan, or rather Amir, has given up. That's the 4th hit overall for the Oysters. Now here is Sheila Bassani, the third baseman. She bats from the left side. Amir Khan looks in to get to his sign. The pitch on the way to Sheila Basanti, swinging a foul. She came out of her shoes ready to swing. Welcome to the 5 viewers, the 5 new viewers here on Ladder of Light Gaming. I'm your host, Axon Jackson Wilson. It's game 1 of the semifinals in the Backyard Baseball Playoffs. Best of 3. Whoever wins twice advances to the Grand Championship Series of the Universe. Here's a swing and a miss by Sheila Bassani on an Amir Khan changeup. Now he's going to juice up and go back with the heat. 1 strike away from extra innings. The pitch. And he's got her! For the 4th time this season, we've got free baseball here on Ladder of Light Gaming. We're going to extras. On to the 7th. It's game 1 of the BBL semifinals, the Super Entire Nation Tournament. Angela Del Vecchio threw 3 solid innings, giving up 2 runs, and then Amir with 3 straight zeros to get us to this point. Angela Del Vecchio, who has been hitless for her past 7 games, has broke out at the perfect time. She's got a double and a single, including an RBI. She's going to look to keep that going after not having her best stuff on the mound. She still was decent, only giving up 2 runs on 2 hits, but she got knocked out of the game because of fatigue. Amir Khan did a nice job relieving her, and now Angela fights off that fastball and shoots it down the line for a foul ball. Strike 2. The Melonheads have won 2 out of 3 in extra innings this year. They're trying to make it 3 out of 4. Here's a swing and a miss by Angela Del Vecchio, who's retired for the first time tonight. She's 2 for 3 and 2 for 9 overall in the Backyard Baseball Playoffs. And now here is Luann Louie, trying to spark a late rally and get the Melonheads another thrilling win. We're gonna go with the ground ball because they've been able to throw out Louie on bunt attempts. Louie's gonna go with the open stance. The pitch on the way from Henri Deschaines. It's right in Luann's wheelhouse, and she puts it in the perfect spot. Luann is going to be safe at first base. A 1-out single for Luann. That's her 2nd hit of the ball game and her 8th of the playoffs. Now here's Pete Wheeler.
I'm going to hit a touchdown.
We're going to drop down a bunt here with Wheeler because I think the worst case scenario is he gets thrown out at first. I think Luann's definitely going to beat that throw if she goes to second. Here's a fastball in on his hands, ball 1. And now for the 2nd time in the game, the Oysters will make a call to their bullpen. This time it's going to be Gail Wyman. Pete Wheeler being aggressive on the first pitch. This is going to be a tough play. Their only play is second. Luann is out! You got to be kidding. I thought she was safe. Oh, that's crazy. The umpire might need to get his eyes checked. 2 down. Here in the top half of the 7th, and in walks Pablo Sanchez. A tough break for the Melonheads. You know what? We're going to be aggressive right now with Pete Wheeler. Let's do a hit and run. Pablo Sanchez walks into the box. He's got power of all fields. He crowds the plate. The pitch on the way with the hit and run. A swing and a miss by Pablo. Pete trying to steal second, and he's going to be out. So a failed hit and run by the Melonheads. A positive is Pablo gets a fresh at bat, and he'll be leading off for us next inning. But the bad news is that might not happen. We're going to have to hold these guys again here in the bottom of the 7th as Gail Wyman walks to the plate to face Amir Khan. Amir Khan into the wind and the pitch. There's a pop-up down the third base line. Nobody's going to get this. Souvenir time for the fans here at Game 1 of the semifinals. Amir Khan gets ahead of Gail Wyman, and now here's the 0-1 delivery. Fouled straight back. Those are big swings.
It's going to be a strike.
If that was out over the middle of the plate, we might have been in trouble. But Amir Khan is doing his job thus far. Here comes a fireball to Gail Wyman, and he's got her. Making good use of his power-ups, making great pitches. Amir Khan now with 7 Ks out of the bullpen. And in walks Dominique Lowe. He is the catcher. It's going to be very tough to top Angela's performance in the first round.
Swing the
But so
batter.
far, Amir Khan is showing shades of Angela.
Swing the batter,
And Angela got a little friendly rivalry of who the better pitcher has been this postseason. I'll tell you what, that's a friendly rivalry you definitely want to have, especially when they're both on your team. Here's a swing and a miss on a changeup. Amir getting the hitters used to the fastballs, mixing up his pitches and the corners quite nicely. Here's a foul back to the screen. It's 0-2 from Amir Khan. 2 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors for the Melonheads. 2 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors for the Oysters. We're in extra innings here in game 1 of the semifinals. The pitch on the way. There's a pop-up down the line. It's going to go foul. 0-2 to Dominique Lowe. Amir Khan looks in to get his next sign. He's going to go with the right hook. Let's go with the knees. The pitch on the way by Amir. A tapper out in front of the plate. Angela and Amir come together. Amir calls off Angela, and he'll make the play at first. Guys, we're 1 out away, or rather 1 out away from forcing another extra inning. The farthest we've gone this year is 11, and that was the lone extra inning loss we have. It's a tough loss at home against the All-Stars, a final of 3-2. But ever since then, we have been outstanding. Amir Khan trying to finish off Mickey O'Connor and send this game to the 8th. Here's a swing and a miss on a tempting breaking ball. Strike 1 from Amir. We're in the 7th. Melonheads 2, Oysters 2. We had a 2-0 lead heading into the bottom of the 3rd, but a 2-out, 2-run homer evened the score for the Oysters. The pitch, swing and a miss. That was a rare home run given up by Angela Del Vecchio, just her 4th of the entire season. There's a swing and a miss by Connor. Let's stick with the smoke here, Amir. Continue to bust him inside. The pitch on the way. Inside, ball 1. 1-2 from Amir, who now has 40 pitches out of the bullpen. He's got 7 strikeouts overall. Here comes another fastball to Mickey O'Connor.
This one's gonna be a strike.
That could have gone either way. Mickey O'Connor was frozen right there, but he stays alive. We're going to go with the breaking ball away. The pitch on the way from Amir Khan. That's taken low and in. So Mickey Connor, who had a 3-ball, 2-strike count on him, settles back in. You know what? We're going to risk it. We're going to go crazy pitch on 3-2. Amir Khan delivers. He got him looking. Mickey O'Connor thought that was high. But Amir Khan gets the borderline call. That's his 8th strikeout. And the big bats will get another crack. It's the top of the 8th. We're in extra innings, and here comes Pablo Sanchez. I think it's time for another Pablo moment. Let's see what happens. Gail Wyman will begin her first full inning of work. She's the 2nd reliever used today. Pablo Sanchez aggressive on the first pitch, and he'll pop out to the pitcher. Dang, Pablo just has not been able to make clean contact here today.
This one's out of here.
Here's Amir Khan, rather Ahmed Khan, trying to back up his brother and give him a lead. Here's a breaking ball for strike 1. Melonheads 2, Oysters 2. We're in extra innings, top of the 8th. Here on Backyard Baseball 97, the pitch by Ahmed. Fastball over the middle of the plate, but Ahmed pops it sky high into center field. Second baseman calls for it and makes the catch. 2 quick outs here in the 8th inning for the Melonhead Big Bats. Well, let's try a line drive here with Keisha. The pitch by Gail Wyman. In Keisha's wheelhouse, but she swings and misses. It's 0-1. Oysters trying to come up with another chance to win it. Great work so far by Gail Wyman. Here's Keisha fouling it straight back. It's 0-2. Phillips walks back in. Wyman ready with the sign. She kicks and deals. That's taken off the plate, ball 1. 1-2 to Keisha Phillips. She's 1 for 3 today and 5 for 9 this postseason. The pitch on the way. Keisha puts it in play. Grounds it to first. Diving stab. This is going to be a tough play, and Keisha wins the race to the bag. A 2-out single for Keisha Phillips. And that is the 2nd, or rather the 12th hit overall for the Melonheads as we play here in extra innings. Top of the 8th, here is Jocinda Smith. Keisha, the runner at first base. The delivery to Jocinda is taken outside for ball one. Top of the eighth, Melonheads 2, Oysters 2. It's game one of the playoff semifinals here on Backyard Baseball 97, hosted by Axon Jackson Wilson. Big swing by Jocinda, but again, got under it. The catcher, or rather the pitcher, calls for it and squeezes it. And the pitcher's duel continues. And we're going to have to make it last into at least the ninth inning. Mariana Ralph, Holly Franklin, and Davy Marion coming up for the Oysters against Amir Khan. He's beginning his fifth inning of work out of the bullpen.
Action or something.
He'll try to keep the Oysters where they're at as he deals with Mariana Ralph, the first baseman. Breaking ball swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Amir Khan picks out his next sign. The pitch on the way to Mariana Ralph. Fastball swung on and missed. It's 0-2. Amir ready with another sign. Base is empty. We're just getting going here in the bottom of the eighth inning. Amir Khan trying to keep the juices flowing and get us to the ninth. That's a good start right there. Ralph completely confused. No balls and 2 strikes. She thought that was low. One down here in the bottom of the eighth. Amir Khan now with 9 strikeouts out of the bullpen. The pitch on the way to Holly Franklin. It's fisted foul down the left field line. We're back to the top of the order. Holly Franklin is 0 for 2, or rather 0 for 3, with 2 strikeouts. Amir Khan sticking with the smoke on the inner half. The 0-1 coming. Swing and a miss by Holly Franklin. No balls and 2 strikes. Extra innings here on Backyard Baseball 97. It's game one of the semifinals. We're in postseason play. The Melonheads 2 wins away from advancing to the Ultra Grand Championship of the Universe. They're looking to draw first blood in this series, and Amir Khan is doing everything in his power to make that happen. That's 10 strikeouts in bullpen relief for Amir Khan, and now he's got to go through Davy Marion, who's the reason the Oysters are even in this position. He hit a 2-run home run against Angela Del Vecchio to bring the score even in the bottom half of the third. That's the way it's been ever since. The pitch on the way from Amir, Angela's replacement. That's taken for ball one. Angela is now behind the plate for the Melonheads. She'll have a no decision here today. Amir Khan trying to send us to the ninth. The pitch on the way to Davy Marion. That's taken inside for ball two.
Take a swing, why don't you?
Amir Khan looks in to get his sign. He's going to go fastball once again to Davy Marion. Hitters count on 2-0. Marion aggressive, but Amir Khan put it in just the right place. It looked down the middle, but it was actually in on his hands. Oysters go in order in the bottom of the eighth. Melonheads coming to bat. The score remains tied. We got a marathon here in game one of the semifinals. You got to love 2 heavyweights going toe-to-toe in the middle of the ring. Stephanie Morgan, Amir Khan, and Angela Del Vecchio. It's going to be the bottom of the order for the Melonheads here in the ninth.
As you can tell, I've modeled my stance off the great Babe Ruth.
So after walking all over the fishes, as they should have in the first round, the Melonheads are meeting their matches. From here on out, they're going to be playing teams just like themselves. And the Oysters are showing they're every bit as tough, maybe even better. Here's Stephanie Morgan trying to start the ninth inning off strong, and she does! It's a leadoff base hit to open the top half of the ninth for the Melonheads. Stephanie Morgan, who hadn't had a hit the entire first series, got 2 here today. Now here's Amir Khan. Stephanie Morgan with good speed. They play Amir to hit to all fields, including the opposite way. And Amir shoots one into the gap in right center field. It is off the wall. Stephanie Morgan's going to dig for third. Amir Khan's going to play it safe and hold it first. He was so close to a home run, but it was still a productive at bat. And now here's Angela.
I'm going to smack this one for sure.
First and third with nobody out. What a golden opportunity for the Melonheads. Gail Wyman in the line, the pitch to Angela, ball one. It is worth mentioning that Angela's got 2 hits, including an RBI single that put us in the lead in the top half of the second. She may not have had her best pitching stuff, but she's looking to come through for us at the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike here in the top of the 8th. The pitch on the way to Angela Del Vecchio. It's headed home. Over the middle of the plate, Angela with a big swing and a foul back. It's 1-2 the count. 1st and 3rd with nobody out. Melonheads trying to retake the lead here in extra innings. Angela stays alive on a great pitch over the outside part. She was off balance, but Wyman's going to have to give her another one. 1-2 the count. The pitch is on the way. Angela into right field. It's a base hit. Are you serious? Oh my goodness! We got slow runners. Everybody stay put. Angela Del Vecchio, if there is any conversation that her MVP award was a fluke, watch this game right here. Guys, I gotta pause this for a second. Angela Del Vecchio didn't have a hit for her past 7 games. She not only had an RBI single to get the scoring started, we wouldn't even be in this position had it not been for that. She may not have had her best stuff pitching, but here in the 9th inning, the bottom of our order, Stephanie Morgan with a base hit, Amir with a base hit, and now Angela Del Vecchio with the go-ahead single in the 9th. Do you believe in miracles? Only in October baseball would you see this. The bottom of the order has put us on top, 3-2, and we're 3 outs away from drawing first blood in this semifinal series. It would put us in the driver's seat, 1 win away from a berth in the Ultra Championship Series. Luann Louie back to the top of the order. Luann puts it in play. It's out in front of the plate. The only play is going to be at 3rd, and now they got Angela also doubled off at 2nd. So that was an unfortunate double play, but with Amir and Angela slow of foot on the bases and Luann not having much power, that definitely played into the Oysters' advantage. Hitav, you just missed Angela Del Vecchio, an MVP moment. Here, I'll pause this again. Just for Hitav's sake, I apologize, guys, but Hitav, Angela is his best player. I have to share this with him. So, in the top of the 2nd inning, you know how Angela hasn't had a hit for the past 6 or 7 games? She got an RBI single to give us a 1-0 lead. We then went up 2-0, but then the Oysters took Angela deep for a game-tying 2-run shot. That was the end of Angela's day on the mound. She only went 3 innings. I didn't take her out because she gave up the home run. I took her out because of her fatigue. So we bring Amir Khan out there. He's been dominant. 5 scoreless innings in relief, 10 strikeouts, and then here in the top of the 9th inning, Hitav, the bottom of our order was due up. A base hit by Morgan, a base hit by Amir, and then Angela Del Vecchio with her 3rd hit of the game, her 3rd hit, the go-ahead RBI single to right. If there's any doubt that she was the MVP or that award was a fluke, I'm going to show people this game. Angela has stepped up for us every single game, whether it's been the pitching. However, when her pitching's not there, it's when her offense has showed up. Angela is just the greatest player in the game this year, by far. But the job is not done yet. We still got to get 3 outs.
I'm going to hit a touchdown.
Pete Wheeler will bat. The pitch on the way from Gail Wyman. Wheeler with a swing and a miss. To be honest with you, I tried to put down a bunt. I didn't know I was set to grounder. But let's see what we can do here. The pitch on the way from Gail Wyman. The bunt by Wheeler. It's going to go foul. It's 0-2. Melonheads are 3 outs away from not only their 15th win in 17 games, but their 3rd extra inning win of the season. Pete Wheeler bunts it foul.
My noodle makes it.
And that's going to be strike 3. But a great game for Wheeler regardless. He had 3 singles. Now here we go to the bottom of the 9th. Since Amir Khan is gassed, we're going to bring in Pablo Sanchez for the save. This is the 3rd pitcher that we have used. And here he is. Amir Khan is going to take over at second base. He would be the winning pitcher if we can pull this out. Pablo Sanchez will have his first save situation of the year. It's going to be his 4th appearance. Here we go. We're 3 outs away from going up 1-0 in this semifinal series and pulling to within 1 victory of the Ultra Grand Championship final. Pablo Sanchez, it's all up to you. The GOAT of backyard baseball, our #1 overall pick. It hasn't been his best day on the mound or at the plate, but he's trying to do it on the mound. He deals strike 1 to Henri Deschaines, the center fielder. Pablo looks in to get the sign. He's working from the stretch with the bases empty. He's going to attack him with the heater on the inside part. The bunt out in front of the plate. Pablo hops on it, throws. 1 down. Pablo Sanchez, who is also very familiar with defense. He didn't win a Gold Glove for us this year, but he has won plenty in the past. And ever since the playoffs began, Pablo's been a vacuum. 1 down here in the bottom of the 9th. We're in extra innings, inning 9 out of what was supposed to be a 6-frame game. This is game 1 of the Backyard Baseball 97 playoff semifinals. I'm your host, Axon Jackson Wilson. Following a successful Hogwarts Legacy stream, completing the 2nd trial, we're trying to go up 1-0 in this series. Here's a long fly ball into left center field. Wheeler's back. He can't get there. It's off the wall. But they're going to try to stretch it into a double. Wheeler with a strike, and now they got him caught in a rundown. The throw back to first. They got him! Oh my gosh! Wow! It didn't have enough to leave the park, but the Oysters got greedy. Oh my goodness. We Avada Kedavra that base runner. That throw looked like it was coming out of a shotgun. It definitely wiped him out. And now Pablo Sanchez will go after Sheila Basanti with the bases empty, 2 down, thanks to a great effort by the defense behind him. That's taken for strike 1. What a team effort this has been. Can the Melonheads clutch up once again and improve to 15-2 overall, 3-0 in the playoffs, and pull to within 1 victory of an appearance in the Ultra Championship Series? Swing and a miss. 0-2. Pablo Sanchez looking for the 3-out save. He looks in to get his sign. We're going to go with the spitball right here. We'll put it over the outside edge. Basanti, who's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. The last hope for the Oysters. The pitch. Got her! Strike 3! It's over! The Melonheads take game 1! A final of 3-2 in 9 innings. For the 3rd time this year, the Melonheads play extra baseball and they show off their endurance, their stamina, and they're 1 win away from a berth in the Ultra Championship final. We are 3 wins away from winning it all. The Melonheads strike first as the quote-unquote underdog in this game. Apparently the Oysters had the same record as us, maybe even better. But if that was the case, and they were 15-1, maybe even 16-0, that makes this win even more impressive. But the job is not yet finished. We got to win 1 more. But this will be a win we will always remember. Great effort by the offense. 3 runs on 16 hits. Sensational job by the pitching staff, especially Amir Khan. Angela made the start. She gave up 2 runs on 2 hits and 3 innings of work. And when she got fatigued, Amir came in and threw 5 shutout innings in relief with 10 strikeouts. He gets the win. And Pablo Sanchez, with a little bit of help from his defense, he gets the 3-out save. The Melonheads have now won 15 out of 17 games this year. And with 1 more victory, they will be playing on the grand stage with the Ultra Championship of the Universe up for grabs. Here's a look at our final stats. Luann and Pete with great games, 3 hits apiece. Pablo Sanchez with 1 hit. Keisha with 2. But then look at the bottom of the order. This was the reason in the game right here. Angela Del Vecchio had 2 of our 3 RBIs today. She may not have got the win on the pitcher's mound, but she still played a key role in leading us to victory. Amir Khan and Stephanie got that rally started with back-to-back singles in the top of the ninth. And that was just an absolute classic. We've been in a lot of those this year. Like I said, we've been in 4 extra inning games. We won 3 of them. So, props to our team once again. They don't back down from anybody. And they just keep on keeping on. Guys, let's keep this going. Why not? As we get ready for game number 2, which will probably come your way tomorrow because I'm off work for MLK Day. Happy weekend once again to all of you. Here's a look at our updated schedule. We're in the driver's seat, 1 win away from the Ultra Grand Championship Series. There's a look at the Ultra Grand Championship of the Universe's trophy. We're 3 wins away from claiming that. 15 wins and 2 losses overall as the mighty Melonheads continue their quest for the grand prize here on Backyard Baseball 97, hosted by Axon Jackson Wilson. This is season play on hard difficulty. After winning the My Career NBA Championship on NBA 2K26, can we do it here on Backyard Baseball 97? We're trying to add to our hardware collection. We already have an All-City pennant hanging in our trophy case, but we're going for much more. We're going for this plaque right here, and then this piece of gold. But while we're on the conversation of gold, as precious as it is, it will never be as precious as my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He's the reason we're in this position. He's the reason I have this channel. He's the reason I'm bringing you guys the streams. And He is the reason that my sins are forgiven and that I'm going to be spending eternity in heaven with Him. Without Him, I would be headed for hell as a sinner. It's no joke, guys. It's eternal torment. It's eternal separation from God. If you don't have a relationship with Jesus, I'd get one today. It's not hard. Just call out to Him, accept Him as your Lord, welcome the Holy Spirit into your heart. It doesn't take any amount of money. It doesn't take rocket science. You just got to do it. And repent. Turn from your sin. He will teach you how to do that. Anyways, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. But in time, I hope you guys continue to enjoy these streams. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Backyard Baseball 97 as we're going for the Ultra Nation title and a berth. Well, not the Ultra Nation title, but the City Nation title. And that would earn us a spot in the best of 3 final. Actually, I think that final series goes to a best of 5. But let's not worry about that yet. We're not there yet. We got to finish off this series. So, can we stand on business and finish it off tomorrow? You guys are just going to have to keep watching and find out. May the peace that passes beyond all understanding and the unconditional love of Jesus Christ be yours today. Once again, your final score. Another extra inning win in the books. The Melonheads, 3. And the Oysters, 2. We're 3-1 in extra inning games. And we are 15-2 overall. What a great season. Let's keep it going. To be continued.